What's poppin', my J dolls? And I'm back with another video. Before we get into this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell. Y'all, we're on the road to 3,000 subscribers, so don't play with us because we ain't never been one of them. And if you ain't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It is free 99. And if you still don't subscribe, take it with your mama because you a hater and why she raised you like that, period. So y'all, today I'm going to be doing a life update with moving to San Antonio, Texas. You guys, I have officially been living in San Antonio, Texas for 2 months now, y'all. 2 months. My last vlog was my 2-month anniversary. So yeah, now it's been a couple days after that. So I have been in San Antonio, Texas for a while. I moved from Minnesota, practically, I would say Plymouth, but most people don't know what Plymouth is. But Minneapolis, Minnesota, practically, suburb of Minneapolis. So I moved from Plymouth, Minnesota to freaking San Antonio, Texas. Y'all, I drove here and everything. I have a whole video up on that, but it took me 30 hours to get here. I started all over from scratch, you guys. I literally sold all of my furniture in Minnesota and I relocated here in San Antonio, Texas, okay? I literally started with nothing. Started from the bottom, now we here. Baby, we still at the bottom. Baby, we still at the bottom, trying to get to the top. Okay, trying to get to the top. I was kind of talking about this in my last vlog, but when I first got here, I literally just had an air mattress. An air mattress, a spinny air mattress, but I'm an air mattress, right? So I got an air mattress, and then after that, I ended up getting bar stools, very pretty bar stools. I'm sitting on one right now, which I'm very nervous about because I'm drinking a local wine. Okay, I can sit on the island. And then now your girl got rid of the air mattress and now I have a real mattress. Oh my god. Yeah, your girl has a new mattress, y'all. Queen size mattress. Now I just gotta get the headboard and the rails, y'all. And I talk about this in the vlog, but Amazon tripping because my mattress, I got free shipping, free delivery, but with the headboard I have to pay an extra $100 for shipping. So that kind of blew me. But anyways, y'all, that's kind of off topic, but that's kind of like where I'm at right now in San Antonio, Texas. Kind of a life update. A lot of you guys should know this, but I am unemployed. I'm unemployed and I'm happy. I am an entrepreneur, so if you need any services, I am a weight loss coach. So you guys, I am certified in weight loss. I do one-on-one coaching that really focuses on nutrition and mental health. So I really work with a lot of obese and morbidly obese clients. I can work with anybody that's trying to lose weight, but I do focus on healing the mind, body, and soul. So that's what I do. So I do have clients for that. I do also create content, as you see, watch my YouTube. And I also do TikTok. All that stuff is in the description box. I would love for you guys to follow my Instagram just because my Instagram is very intimate. Like, I don't follow a lot of people on there. A lot of people don't follow me on there. It's just like me being me. So yeah. And then on the side, you guys, I do Uber. So I do Uber when and your girl's paying her bills. Your girl's paying her bills. There's been a lot of business things that have came through, like this month, last month. Like, life has been like, I've been working hard. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I've been working hard, okay? Because I'm trying to launch so many things and have so many services. Because you guys, I also have workshops. So you can go find that also in my description box in my link tree. So I have workshops about weight loss and I have now support groups. So if you guys want to follow my support group on Facebook, that would be amazing. If you're on a weight loss journey or if you know anyone on a weight loss journey, it can be natural or it can be bariatric. So we're trying to build a community of supportiveness over there and love and care, and it is completely free and it's on Facebook, period. So anyways, y'all, so I've been working on building my business. I've been working on getting my life together here, you know, starting a new life, making friends. Like, you guys, that's another thing. I'm just gonna update you guys on my life first. But when I first got here, it was like super lonely, honestly. Not in the fact of like, oh my gosh, I'm so sad I'm lonely, because when I lived in Minnesota, I didn't spend a lot of time with my friends or my family. Now, mind you, I would spend more time with them than I do now by myself. But I wasn't with them like every week, every other day. I was never that type of person. So being away wasn't that bad. What got weird for me is literally when I would go to like a restaurant or something and everyone knows each other kind of vibes, and then it's just me like kind of going and eating by myself. Mind you, I've always done solo dates, you guys. I've took myself on solo dates all the time. I've been out of the country by myself. But it's a different feeling when you literally live in a state and you don't know anyone. Like, you live there. Like, it's not like you're just visiting for a weekend. You live there and you don't know anyone. It's like you're not by choice solo dating. You like have no choice. Like, that's how I feel like, babes, you don't know nobody. You ain't got no friends. Ain't that your friend? Like, you ain't got no friends. You ain't got no man. And that can get tricky, babes. Okay? You want to get prepared for that, because sometimes when you move to a state by yourself, you might start acting out of loneliness. And that might make you start entertaining people, dating people you shouldn't be doing, or dating. It might make you make friends with people that you wouldn't really align with. So just make sure you are really having purpose and understanding how to be alone. And mind you, I spent a lot of time alone before I got here. So I was like, oh yeah, for sure, babes. I was in my solitude period. I can be to another state by myself, which I can. I've been here for 2 months and I'm fine. But just know that it's gonna take a lot of like sorting through. Like, don't just try to make friendships and stuff like that because you're lonely. You know what I mean? And don't try to get with a man because you're lonely, or stick with a man because you're lonely. Please no, baby girl. Like, please no. So anyways, y'all, I have made some friends. I actually met my friends off TikTok. Well, one of my friends is from TikTok, and then she introduced me to another friend. And we all kind of knew to San Antonio, so it was very perfect. We're actually going to be going to the farmer's market tomorrow. You won't see this by then, so it doesn't matter. But we will be going to the farmer's market together. We've already did a social networking event together, like where we got drinks, we ate together. It was a lot of fun, really a lot of fun. And then I actually met a couple girls. Like, I went out randomly to this, going to a bar by myself, dressed up, had heels on, everything. And I was on the phone with my cousin because she called me on. And then I ended up running into these two ladies, and they end up talking to me about how that bar, the music wasn't good. And I'm like, yeah, I had to leave up there, out of there, whatever. And we end up connecting. I end up going to a whole cowboy bar with them. And I don't even do cowboy music, okay? And I actually had a ball. It got me out of my comfort zone. Mind you, I hope y'all can't hear my loud ass neighbor's music right now, because I'm filming in the living room. And you know, someone comment respectfully, I get what you coming from, baby boo. But someone had commented like, oh, you need a mic. It's a little echoey, so you might need a mic. Babes, I know, babe. I don't got no damn furniture, ho. I don't have a couch in here. That's why it's echoing, babes. That's why. But I do have an Amazon wish list if you would like to buy me a couch. Or even if you want to buy me a mic. Let me put a description box, okay? All my wish lists, let me put a mic on there. Because I have a mic on this Sony camera that costs $800. So that's what's going to have to do. Like, and I'm not trying to come for you, babe. I'm just saying, like, girl, I know I don't got no furniture. It's not the mic. But I can get a little mini mic. If y'all really want me to get one of them TikTok mics, I could, okay? Because somebody's bumping music right now. But anyhow, y'all. So, I've made a few friends. But I've met 2 solid friends so far. You know, we're still building our connection stuff, but we got a group chat now. We're out or whatever, out and about. So that's really cool. I'm still learning the areas, you guys. There's so much stuff to do, which we're gonna talk about. There's so much stuff to do, where it's like, when you live here and you hustle and bustle, like you got, like me, I gotta do Uber, I have clients. And then not only am I meeting with my clients one-on-one, I have to make a plan for them before I meet with them. So there's a lot of things I'm doing in the work. I have an ebook coming very soon, so make sure if you're not subscribed, you subscribe. Make sure you get to that Facebook support group for weight loss, because it's gonna have all the tea. Everything I've got going is gonna be there. But anyways, y'all, I'm doing a lot of things, and it's very hard to, when you live in a city, to always enjoy it, you know, because you're working, you're hustle busting, you gotta pay them bills, ho. The bills is never gonna stop. So, and I also don't try to eat out as much as possible, you know. So that's another thing. I have to break up like how many restaurants I can try. Like, I can only try something once a week. You know, I don't try to do twice, max will be twice, but I really try to stick to once a week. Like, once a week I go out and eat something in the restaurant, and maybe the other time in the week I have like a sweet dessert or something. Like, I try to stay really on top of my health. So that's another thing, because San Antonio has some good food, y'all. I'm gonna put that in the pros because I forgot about that. They got some good food. San Antonio, I'm not gonna lie, most places that I've been, their food has been good. The only place, literally, when I went to that country bar, it was a taco truck there, and it kind of pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie, because it wasn't straight nasty. I'm not gonna straight dog it out or nothing, but it wasn't good either. But it wasn't nasty. I was like, dang, for this to come off a food truck, baby, y'all do better. Y'all do better. But anyway, y'all, so that's kind of that's been happening with that. My dating life sucks. It practically is non-existent at this point. I do have some likes on Hinge. I have men stop me all the time. I got him a number from a bartender, which is super cute, but he's pretty trash. Maybe I'll give a story time about that. Either that's gonna be on my Patreon, y'all, or that's going to be in a short or something. I don't know. But I do have a Patreon. I'm throwing everything at you guys. But just check the description box. Please. Please, respectfully. Anyway, y'all. Literally, I'm gonna be talking more about my dating on my Patreon because I do have to talk about how I lost my celibacy here in San Antonio. This is so much. So if this is your first time seeing me, babes, I'm sorry. This is the real uncut wow here, okay, babes? So yeah, I lost it here. So that I've been avoiding making that video, but I have to make the video. I think once I have about 3 videos on my Patreon, y'all gonna be messing with it, and I'm gonna be promoting it more, you know. So I gotta get to it. Yeah, I have friends. No man in sight. By choice. I'd rather not. That's gonna be on the con list, okay? Let's get into it. So that's how my life is going. Chanel, I have my dog here with me. I moved here with my dog. My dog is super cute. Just know when you move to San Antonio, there's a lot of pests. There's a lot of ticks, fleas, ants, fire ants. And Chanel has been going through those things, okay? Chanel has been bitten by ants. I think she even swallowed some ants and had an allergic reaction and almost passed over. Like, seriously, she scared me. And honestly, I'm glad I've been a dog mom for a while, so I gave her water, I gave her Benadryl. Like, I am one of the moms where I'm not paying no $200 for that vet. I'm not gonna do emergency vet unless I'm with, I really thought she was about to die, so I was literally gonna take her, but I was like, let's just try these methods. So be very aware. If you have a dog, Texas is a little rough for a little pupper. My dog is 10 pounds, okay? So she's been learning a lot. Coming from Minnesota to here, it's a lot to learn, and it's very hot. So Chanel's doing good now. We haven't had no issues in about a couple weeks. She's thriving. She's learning her neighborhood. It was a lot for her coming from the suburbs to a very city area we live in. But she's getting used to it now. At night, she doesn't really like it. Neither do I. So we're working through that. Okay? So yeah, we're doing good. That's practically my life. Everything else is what it is. So y'all, we're going to talk about the pros of living in San Antonio, Texas. Now that y'all see and hear that my 2-month update of what's been going on in my life living here, okay? So one of the top pros for living here is going to be cheaper rent. Obviously, most people want to live in Texas in general because it is cheaper. Depending on where you're coming from, it is cheaper. So for me, I'm coming from Minnesota. The rent here was super cheap. So you guys, in Minnesota, I lived in a luxury apartment as well. In Minnesota, I was paying over $1,500 for rent, probably $1,600 for rent, a little bit over than that. And then I had to pay for my garage spot. So you had to pay for a heated garage if you wanted a garage. But in Minnesota, you need a garage, okay? So I had to pay $150 for my garage because it was heated and it had a place to charge my car. So I was paying over $1,700 for rent. Probably about $1,750 or something like that. So anyhow, y'all, here I pay about $1,500. And to some people that is a lot, because you can go get a place for $1,100, $1,200. You can actually get a 2-bedroom for about $1,200, $1,300. House, nice house. So it depends on what you're looking for. I live in a very central area. My apartment is very luxury, like high rise, like nice apartments. It comes with a lot of amenities, like beautiful amenities. Like you get luxury service here. That's what I learned compared to Minnesota. That is trash. All these other places is claiming that they're luxury apartments and they don't treat you like y'all, my property manager, she like, is everything okay? Like, can I do this? Can I go? I'll walk you there. I like, babes, hold the door. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Like, how are you doing today? Like, baby, like this is real luxury. Like, this is where celebrities need to live, you know? This ain't no, they just saying it's luxury because it's a new apartment. They building all of these new apartments and they don't care about they clientele. No, that's not this, okay? I even met the owner of this building. So at the end of the day, they give you good service here. Like they don't play about their luxury here in Texas. Like you're getting what you pay for real here. In Minnesota, they don't care. Yeah, they don't care. You get no type of top level service. They don't care how much you're paying for rent. But this type of place I'm living in, if I was to live in this place in Minnesota, it would run me about $2,000 for this exact type of look and everything. Yeah. Anyways, y'all. Next one is cheaper utilities. The utilities here are cheaper. Okay, so first of all, the light bill. This is my second month having a light bill, so I gotta tell y'all when it's hot summer. What is 100 degrees? Right now it's about 80 to 90. So when it gets 100 degrees, we'll have to check back in. But my first bill was about $30 for light bill. My second bill was like $37. This recent one, $37. I've been using AC, turning it on and off, on and off. I've been having lights on, having the fan on all night. So honestly, that $37, are you serious? Are you shitting me? Minnesota, that my bill in the summertime was $80, $90, almost $100 for a light bill. Okay, my Wi-Fi here is $80. I know there's cheaper Wi-Fi. They low-key scammed us on that one, but it comes with the apartment. So I'm literally in Minnesota. I was paying $90 for Wi-Fi. Yeah, and then I was paying, my gas bill was high as hell in the wintertime. Obviously, we don't have that much of a winter here, so our boiler, or how do you say boiler? We have a boiler fee or whatever. It's not as expensive as the Minnesota one. Minnesota was not that much, but in the winter, it'll get up to $40, $30-something. But yeah, we don't have to worry about that. Now going to number 3. The third pro is warm weather, obviously. Coming from freaking Antarctica, which is Minnesota, literally, it feels like summer to me already. Like, it is hot as heck. It's like 83, 85. There's been days we had 90. Like, it is summer to me. But people are telling me, be aware, because summer is gonna come and it's gonna be 100 degrees. It's gonna be humid. It's gonna be nasty. And everyone's warning me about it. I'm a little nervous. But I had to realize what I'm trading. I'm trading in cold winters with blizzards, ice storms, -30 wind chill sometimes at the lowest. Snow. Did we say snow again? Cleaning off your car. Trucking through the snow. Like, there's so many elements versus just being hot and sweaty. Okay, you can refrain from that. Just stay in the house with some AC. Put the AC on in the car. Wear appropriate clothing. Don't go outside. And in Minnesota, which you have to go to work, you have to go here and there, you're going to have to shovel that car. You're going to have to wipe it off. All of that. You're going to have to see, like, once you get out there, you're going to have to use some windshield wipers to kind of get all that snow off. No. Give me the heat, baby. I want a hot girl summer and not no cold girl winter. No, don't want it. And then here in San Antonio, what I've heard is winter only lasts about 3 weeks. So you get a little cooler weather by then. I'm probably going to be excited for a little cooler weather, but it doesn't last for long. Also, number 4 for a pro would be people are really nice here. Like in San Antonio specifically, people are very kind, very nice. It is really like that southern hospitality here. And I've been to several parts of Texas, every popular part of Texas. And San Antonio has been the most, more southern hospitality city I've been to. People are very nice, kind. They will carry conversation with you. They'll say good morning to you when they see you outside. They'll have a whole conversation with you. Like, y'all, I remember when I would do Lyft in Minnesota, like, people would barely talk to me. I was like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm good. How you? Like, we wouldn't even talk. Like, at all. Like San Antonio, they be like, oh, so are you from here? And we start having a conversation and learning about life, and like you start talking to random people, and it is crazy. Also, people say ma'am a lot here. I remember when I was a kid, my aunt used to try to make me say ma'am and sir and all that stuff or whatever, and I would never do it. Like I just never felt, why would I call somebody ma'am? Like I never followed rules, y'all. That's why I'm an entrepreneur. Because I don't know how to follow rules. I hate rules and I don't follow regulations. But I would say, no, I'm not saying ma'am. I don't want to call nobody ma'am. Here, I feel like an old lady because the way everybody call me ma'am, I'm 29. I'm not a ma'am. I'm just a girl. I'm just a girl. I'm just a baby girl. But they be like, hi ma'am, thank you ma'am, like have a great day ma'am, drive safe ma'am. Like, okay, period. So people are very nice and respectful for the most part. Number 5, a lot of things to do here. So there's always so much to do here, like a lot of restaurants, a lot of shopping places, a lot of activities. People used to tell me like before I moved here, San Antonio's so boring and blah, 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 blah. I don't know if they came here like 7 years ago, 6 years ago or whatnot, but right now San Antonio's popping. There's people traveling here, okay? There's a lot of tourists coming here. There's a lot of things being built here. There's a lot of things to do. My list is so long, I haven't even touched it. I've been here for 2 months and I barely scratched the surface of this list. I feel like it's gonna take me over a year to even accomplish half of this list. Seriously. So there's so many things to do. The next one is gonna be, the next pro is networking opportunities. So here, there is a lot of networking events, which is super cool. So there's a lot of like restaurants that host networking events, a lot of bars that host networking events. So it's really good to get out there and meet people. Like they have a lot of events like that here. Another thing is people like literally start having conversations with you, so it's so easy to network. Like I've met so many owners of certain spaces, like an owner of like a bodega, owner of this building, owner of a protein company, owner, like I've met so many different owners and they've been so down to earth. They have not been stuck up, they have not been snotty, they have been very down to earth and willing to conversate and get to know you, you know? I've met a lot of people and I've only been here for 2 months. I've already had opportunities of like, let's work together, let's do this together. Like I've been here for 2 months. So the networking is here, y'all. The networking is here. Next pro is, there's a lot of nature here and a lot of beautiful scenery. That's why I actually picked San Antonio, is because I love the river. So I love the scenery of the river. There's a lot of hiking places that's on my list to do with my friends because I'm not going hiking by myself. And there's a lot of scenery, from the type of trees to the cactus to the palm trees. Like there is such an element of like natural nature that's so beautiful here. And then even when you go to the fancy areas like La Cantera, it is like you're in like Malibu. Like it gives you the vibes of being in California, but way cheaper and no beach. No beach, unfortunately, but you got the river. But yeah, so it's the scenery. Like it literally, go to La Cantera, you think you're in Malibu, okay? The hills and then there's actually a place like going from San Antonio to like another little city where you're going up these like hills and like mountain areas. Like it's very beautiful scenery around here. So I'm gonna add this to the list, y'all, because I didn't put this on the list. So the pros is food. The food is amazing here. Food tastes very, very good. Like I said, I've had many different types of food. There's a lot of Mexican food here, of course. I love Mexican food though. I love me some Mexican food. But I'm trying to try so many different things because I'm getting tired of Mexican food. But I love Mexican food. The Mexican food's good here. I've had Italian here. The Italian was good here. I've had soul food. The soul food was good here. Like, baby, the list goes on. It's a very mixed pot type of place. So food is amazing here, okay? I've heard somebody, I was driving somebody and was like, oh, the food is not that good here. but it was a palm, palm colored person, which no offense to anyone that's watching that's palm colored, but somebody probably that suggested that to them was probably palm colored. If you ask me for some suggestions, you go get that best tasting fruit. But I'm gonna be real with you every time. Okay, and a lot of locals tell me where to go, or I do a lot of investigating on TikTok, and they be working in my favor. Next one is another pro is it's a city, it's a big city, but it feels very homey. Like it feels so cozy here. Like it feels like people you don't know are like your family still. Like people are very genuinely nice and are there for you. Like it's very hard to explain, like strangers. And I think it's because there's a lot of Hispanics that live here and they're very into family. So a lot of times they are they have a lot of great mannerisms where they're opening the door for you, seeing if you're okay, and all these type of manners. So there's a lot there. And of course, Hispanic parents and stuff, grandparents, I'll be driving them around. They just love me. I had a grandma invite me into her house. I said, babes, thanks, but no thanks. I gotta get out of here. But anyway, y'all. The next pro is there's a lot of culture here. So that's what I really liked about San Antonio versus Austin. Like I feel like Austin to like Minnesota. Like there's no culture, just a bunch of random stuff. Where here it's very like cultured in more of a Hispanic way, which I'm fine with. I've grown up with Hispanics my whole life. So growing up in the South, a lot of Hispanics live in the South. I live in North Carolina. And then I had a best friend that was also Hispanic in Minnesota and whatever. I've always been around Hispanic people in general. But this is a whole new level here. It's more like being in Mexico. And I used to say I want to move to Mexico. So this gives me a real glimpse of how it really would feel living in Mexico. Obviously, it's less dangerous here, but you know what I mean? Like culture-wise, how people actually talk and learning Spanish. Because y'all, I run into so many people that don't know English, and I know some Spanish and I understand some Spanish, but I only know parts of things. Like I can't have a full conversation. Somebody was literally delivering my Instacart and he told me he didn't speak English. I said, okay, because directions in Spanish, that's a whole nother level. I can say, poquito hablas español. Like I can say, like I don't speak Spanish. I can say, donde estás, like where you're at, but if you tell me where you're at, I don't know what you're saying. I can ask you these things, but I don't know what you're saying. Like I learned the other day aquí because I had a Hispanic girl in my car and she said, aquí, like here's where you need to drop me off. I don't know what the hell that is. I just figured it out because she kept saying it. So I said, oh, she must want to get out right here. I mean, eventually you do figure it out, right? But that's the thing is, it's a lot of culture here, which I like. I like being around different people. I like being around different languages, and I do want to fully learn Spanish because I just know some things, and I can understand more than I can speak for the most part, but some of this stuff is too advanced. Just give me little words. That's it. I didn't even know how to say, what color is your car? Yeah. Anyways, also what I really love about San Antonio is there's a lot of local businesses. So it's not as populated with a bunch of big corporations. Like there's a lot of mom and pop shops. There's a lot of local owned restaurants. There's a lot of unique places. It gives a very unique vibe. And that's what I love about it. Like you're not seeing the same things you see in every city, every state, every city. Like people here don't even go to Target like that. Like there's not as many Targets. Like you go to either Walmart or you go somewhere else. But more people go to Walmart here than they do Target. And that was just very interesting to like unpack, But literally I can go to an auto place that's like ran by Hispanic people instead of going to like AutoZone, you know what I mean? Or going to my dealership and getting charged the arm and the leg. Like, there's so many local places and local shops. It's just really nice to be able to support smaller owned businesses and get unique items. So I'm gonna say those are all my pros. There's a lot of pros. I love living here, mind you. So here's the cons. Here's the cons of living in San Antonio, Texas. Unless, mind you, most of these cons are going to be around driving. Because the worst part about living in San Antonio is driving here. Okay? So, the first con is people can't drive at all. Like, they don't care how they drive. They will crash into you. They will merge into your lane, and they know that there's not enough space and they can potentially crash in your car. They will literally hit you from the back. And you're not gonna like that. You know what I mean? You're not gonna like it. It ain't gonna be like you like it. Okay? Like, they literally crash out so much. If you come to San Antonio, you will see the most tore up cars you've ever seen in your life. Patched up, taped up, bungee cord up, stitched up, hand stitched, all of it. I have seen a door held together with duct tape, like so it wouldn't open. That is dangerous, okay? You will see people having mattresses on the top of their car. They will have trinkets on top of their car, like just random things, like we're in Mexico. This is America. There should be rules and regulations, but the cops here do not care about anything that has to do with traffic. I'm telling you, when it comes to the byways, you might see 1 or 2 people getting pulled over in a whole entire day. Babies, the cops don't give a about that road. I'm telling you right now. So yes, people cannot drive. They will not let you in and let you merge over. No, they will speed up on you. They don't play that. They speed. They go from 70 to 100. The speed limit is 70. They're doing 100. They will go around you. They will crash into you. And mind you, they don't like blinker lights. When you put your blinker light on, they speed up so you won't get in. Yeah, they can't drive at all. You have to drive for them and yourself, or you will have an insurance claim. Just tell you that. The number two con is the potholes. The potholes, the bumpy roads, the speed bumps. There are speed bumps on every side street, every 2 blocks, every block and a half, every half a block. Baby, I'm so tired of a speed tablet, a speed bump, a goddamn pothole, a hole, a rock, a nail. The roads are not safe for your car, I'm telling you. And I think they literally leave these roads like this so people don't speed. I think they leave potholes in like unleveled. Their roads are unleveled. Y'all here, the roads can be dipped down and to the side. Baby. And then there be nails on the road. There be like all type of trinkets. Trash. They litter everywhere. There's trash, water bottles, cups on the road. They don't have that in Minnesota. They don't. Number 3, the cops are rude. Okay, a lot of them are nice and they mind their business. The ones that don't talk to you, they're the nice ones. They mind their business, smile at you, keep going. Half of them don't care. Like, as long as you're not murking nobody, you should be cool. But the ones that be the most sassy is the ones that got direct traffic. You're mad because you have to point them on. Like, come on, go straight. Take it off. Like, I would hate my life too. I'm sorry. I would respectfully, if I came here to help stop crimes and I'm telling y'all to go straight and y'all gonna stop, I would be mad too. Respectfully. I mean, regardless, I'd be mad. It's hot. I get it. But I've been yelled at a cop because I went down the street that was supposed to be closed, but the street wasn't closed. And I went down the street because it was a parade. And then he asked me, oh, how did I get down here? I drove down the street. Where are you going? I don't know. I'm new here. I'm following GPS on Uber. This is the address. He's like, okay, you're going too fast on this type of street. So slow down. Put your hazards. I'm like, who you talking to? Like, in my head, I got to remember he's a cop. Because, like, who is you talking to? Because I'm not doing nothing wrong. And I was literally not going fast. He's like, slow down. I'm like, okay, I'm doing 5 miles per hour. I literally told him, like, okay, I'm doing 5 miles per hour. Like, and he's like, and put your hazards on. I'm like, you bitch. Really think you doing something. Like, are you gonna arrest me for literally going down a street that was not properly closed? Are you gonna arrest me? Because my record is clean, babies. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. I never seen a prison. I don't got nothing in this car. I don't got nothing. So, baby, what you gonna take me in for? Nothing. Not a damn thing. You're not even giving me. Y'all not even give me a ticket. So you just say it. You just drag it in. for no reason. That was my only interaction with a cop at all. And then I had a rider today. She told me the same thing happened to her. Like a cop was like rude to her and stuff because she went down the street. Like y'all get it together then. Just blocking out streets. Anyways, y'all. The next thing is construction. Another con. Everything is under construction. Parking lots, highways, streets. Everything is in construction. So that means either it's literally less lanes, or you can't enter certain places, or they just close places. Like, there is so much construction, it's annoying. It makes more traffic. This is what we get to closures. This is the next con, is they literally randomly close highways. They literally close highways, they close streets, and you have to reroute. This can be for events. There's a lot of events where they just block off streets for blocks and blocks and blocks and blocks. Miles and miles and miles. Or it can be literally because they're construction and they're gonna literally close one side of the street and one side of the street is open. Or they might close the whole street. Or the worst is the highways. Either they're doing construction randomly at night and they just happen to close the highway, or somebody gets in an accident like they always do. There's about probably like 15 accidents a day, and the most stupid accidents, most of them are literally people hitting them from the back, and they don't like that. You hear me? Like, most of them is because of freaking tailgating. Back your ass up. Anyways, so it's annoying to literally have highways closed because of a car accident. Mind you, there's 4 lanes, 5 lanes, 6 lanes. There's no reason the highway should be closed because of one car accident, unless it's a semi truck. And there's a lot of those that just be driving like willy-nilly, but if it's not a semi, what are we closing the road for? Okay? So the next con will be homelessness and addicts. There's a lot of homelessness, and that's going to be in any big city. So that is a con because they can randomly be anywhere, and they don't usually cause problems, but some of them really do have mental problems, and some of them will yell at you, and some of them will cuss you out, and you know, you just gotta ignore them. I've learned just do not interact at all, and you should be fine. Because I interacted with one and she cursed me out. So yeah, I would just not interact with them and just go about your business, keep your distance, and do not even lock eyes. Yeah, you heard it here first. The next con, y'all, is parking prices, especially downtown. Downtown has the most ironic, bizarre, diabolical parking prices. Like, literally for 3 hours it's $30. 3 hours. If you're going downtown, first of all, who's not going to spend more than 3 hours there? Either you're going to the club or a bar, or you're going to go to a restaurant, and this stuff is going to take you time. $30. You know you got 30 minutes. Like, yeah, babies, I don't do it. I even Uber downtown. Who's paying for parking? And what if I'm gonna get drunk too? Yeah, they're crazy because I've been to LA several times and the parking is not even that much. And if it is $30, it's for the day or 6 hours. 3 hours is crazy. Y'all, here, like I was telling you, another con is pest. There's a lot of pests here. There's a lot of red ants, fire ants. There's a lot of rodents like roaches and cockroaches. Actually, the first time I seen a cockroach, you guys, was at the club, at the country club. I went to this country hillbilly bar. I went to this country bar, and there was cockroaches just running across the floor outside. And the girls was like, yeah, there's the cockroaches. And I'm like, I've never seen a cockroach here. Like, what the hell? What the helly? And they're like, really? No? I'm like, no, I never seen it. I don't want to see it. And mind you, I just live up. Like, I'm not on the bottom floor where I live. So, thank goodness, because I don't want no roaches. And my building is brand new. So, I do want to start getting better at closing the drainage and stuff like that, drains, because I don't want no roaches or something to try to come up or something. I don't know. Like, but I don't have no problems because I'm living in a new building and we are supposed to have high pest control. Never seen one in this area. But downtown, they got cockroaches, them big boys. And there's a lot of ants and there's fleas. So you need to be aware. If you bring your dog here, you need to make sure your dog is on a flea preventative because them fleas is hot. When fleas ain't playing, they gonna jump right on your baby. Period. So be prepared for that. Another con is there is hella stray animals. And the only reason why this is a con because it literally breaks my heart. Like, to have a dog and see how many homeless dogs there is. I didn't even know dogs can be homeless. Like, I literally didn't know that dogs lived a life like humans. Like, there's some humans that are like homeless. There's some humans with money. There's some humans in shelters. There's some humans that are rich. There are some middle class humans. Like, this is what dogs are going through. Like, I didn't know that until I came here, because in Minnesota, every dog is practically middle class. Like, there might be a couple poor ones in the hood, but they still get to go inside because it's Minnesota. You know what I mean? Like, here, them dogs is outside all day in the heat, stretched out. The ones that even got owners. They got owners that leave their dogs in the gates and just be hot. Some owners let their dogs roam the streets like a stray, but they have collars on them. These owners are literally the epitome of trash. And then there's random strays. There's a lot of strays that literally don't have owners. They're wild animals. And they make me nervous because there's been one stray in my neighborhood, 2 strays in my neighborhood, and one was minding his business. He was just went off on his business, but Chanel likes to bark at dogs. So I'm like, please don't pick a fight with a dog that really know how to fight. For real. Because he gonna bite me and you. And it's over, because most of them strays are big. There's some cute little small ones. I seen a grandpa dog today. I'm just rambling, sorry y'all. I seen a grandpa dog today. He was just so tired and strayed and hot. And I been wanting to bring them in, but they got fleas. There's a lot of stray cats as well everywhere. Yeah. And so, yeah, and then you see dead dogs on the side of the street sometimes, and they get hit by cars. It's the most heartbreaking thing ever, y'all. So the last con, y'all, is it takes forever to get anywhere. Anywhere. It could be a mile. It could be 2 miles. It could be 3 miles. It could be half a mile. The fastest you're gonna get is on foot. And I hate that. I just hate it so much. So much. But those are my cons. For the most part, I really love to hear y'all, for real. Most of the stuff I don't like is around traffic and streets and construction. But other than that, I don't have any big cons, you know. Thank y'all for watching. Keep following me on my journey. I have my apartment tour up here if you want to see my luxury apartment tour. I have some San Antonio vlogs up here. I got a couple San Antonio things, but I'm gonna try to keep y'all updated like every month or so. But yeah, I'm super happy. Best decision I've made. Would never take it back. Love it here. Love it here. Let me know if y'all have any questions in the comments, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.